Well, hello everyone. Can anyone hear me? We're trying out the microphone.
Is there anybody out there?
Well, we see TZ's on. Yeah, it's fucking working. Hell yeah, I
Hey,
picked the
TZ,
right one.
I remember him from last time.
Yeah, he's been watching all these religiously. So this is another one of those videos.
What's up, TZ?
We are just doing a impromptu hangout, talk, and yeah.
Got some drinks like last time. We'll have a good time.
Yeah, we'll have a good time. If everyone logs on like last time, we'll probably be on here just as long. This is not your weekly update or anything like that. This is just a just Mike and Bryce just messing around, talking about ghosts and other stuff.
There's two now. Is that
I can't see who it is.
They need to fix that.
Yeah, well, they're not gonna. We can hear you. Thanks, buddy. I picked the right microphone this time. I have like 5 because my webcam has a microphone, but I don't think anyone wants me to use that. And then my computer has a built-in microphone, and then I have this one. That's been the problem the last few times. I picked the wrong one because it just gives me a list. It doesn't actually and this one doesn't have a name on it. So, but I chose correctly. So,
well, okay. So we know TZ's here. Who else is here?
Yeah, if anyone at any point wants to chime in, we'll be hanging out. Taylor might even stop in. You never know.
Maybe.
And if any of my other investigators see this, they might drive over here and stop in too.
Jared, where you at?
Jared.
Quit sugar and beets.
Yeah.
Well, he's an electrician though.
Yeah, he's not even doing that right now. They're off shift, so he doesn't work weekends right now.
Oh, well, good for him.
Yeah. So, what's everyone want to talk about? You can see I've added to the board up there. I got quite a few more things. Actually,
what's on your mind? What do you want us to talk about?
I'll talk about this.
Oh, okay. I guess we're going to talk about something.
The investigation that Mike should have been at.
Oh, yeah.
So, the other day, I got this in the mail. This is pretty cool. I got this in the mail. I got a thank you card from the Sanford Centennial Museum.
What's on the board?
This is what's new on the board. So, dear Bryce and Michigan Bay Paranormal Team, the Sanford Area Historical Society Board, and I want to thank you and your team for the donation you made to the Sanford Centennial Museum. We always make a donation whenever we go to a place like that. So as you can see from my picture shortly after you left, our friends showed up. It's just a picture of a mist. He was just joking. He said, just kidding. Actually, I hope you had a good experience and we were looking forward to your report. And I got to say, Chuck, and the Sanford Area Historical Society, great case. Mike got to see the place. He didn't end up investigating with us, but
because I'm too good of an employee.
But nonetheless,
I left that place like the next day.
Nonetheless, it was a cool location. We always like museums and historical societies and places that are charity driven. Those are our favorites.
It belongs in a museum.
So do you.
I'm not that old yet, dude. Jesus.
Indiana Jones, great movie. You're just happy.
Great actor.
You're just happy I caught that, weren't you?
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, that was a really cool case, and it was really cool to just be back ghost hunting. Honestly,
that would be really cool. What? Ghost hunting with Harrison Ford.
We're gonna do that.
We'll get Harrison Ford, and we can't get Peter Mayhew. I was gonna say we'll get Peter Mayhew to dress as Sherlock, but he's dead.
We'll be investigating him.
We can investigate Peter Mayhew. There you go.
It'll be huge.
Huge. R.I.P. Chewbacca.
So, I also have a sticker up there that's an upside down pentagram.
Oh, yeah.
Because why not? I'm a ghost hunter. Duh. And then I have the cabinet.
Hail Satan.
I have the cabinet full of paranormal artifacts, which are mostly just bricks from locations that we've been to.
So mostly just bricks. There's a rubber ducky.
Rubber duckies from the bowling alley.
Which one? Pintown?
Pintown that we found up in the rafters of the arcade. And so is the pin.
The pin's cool. Not that the duck's not, but like the pin's really cool.
I just threw the duck in there for fun.
Oh, where'd you get that Headless Horseman globe? That's pretty dope. I love that story.
That was just a Halloween decoration.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
someone gave me this. Someone donated this to the haunted collection. This is a key that came out of a haunted place, and they said they were having issues in their house ever since the key was gifted to them.
Artifacts.
Yes. Artifacts.
Yeah, Bryce collects stuff from places we've been or haunted locations that he finds interesting.
This key came from someone online. They said they were having issues in their house ever since they got it. It came from an extremely haunted place. And I said I would take it. And I put it in here.
Has anything happened?
No.
Any doors unlocked?
No. This brick right here came from the Traverse City State Hospital, as well as did the picture saying in there that's the blueprints to the Traverse City State Hospital grounds. And that brick came from Powder Street Station. That brick down here, this brick is Powder Street Station. This came from the Powder Street Depot.
Great investigation. That was fun.
No, they're not cursed.
Who knows? Maybe they are.
Maybe they are, but this is just a pin I got from the Haunted Mackinac tours, but I thought it was cool, so I threw it in there. The duck, as we were saying earlier, came from Pintown. We found this up in the rafters while we had the arcade game turn on by itself.
Was I with you when that happened?
You weren't with me. You were with Jared.
Yeah. Is that when we were like doing the bowling?
Yeah. That was it later.
Okay.
But this railroad tie, this came from Sloss Furnaces, which is a steel furnace or something like that in Alabama.
A little bit higher.
Oh, yeah. This came from Sloss Furnaces. I have a Dice Road sign in there. I'm not pulling it out, but I have a radio that a client gave us that he said came from a haunted house. And he was scared of it. So I left it. I took it from him, rather. This golf ball, this came from Hillview.
Okay.
This was in George's room.
Um.
Yeah, this was the golf ball that they thought had a Patriots logo on it. It doesn't. But
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I don't really remember the golf ball.
this brick came from the foundation of a building at Parashani. I found it in a hole
I found it in a hole.
where the foundation used to be. So that's where this is from. Oh, almost just broke one of my doors.
That would have sucked.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bricks there. Holy shit.
This brick came from the Burtis house. This is one of the bricks off the original foundation. That's the last brick.
Does he know you took that?
Yeah.
Okay.
She told me to. Just told me to take this. This is from the slaughter barn. It's part of the slaughter barn.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
when we go to the Burtis house, the slaughterhouse is one of the places where we get a lot of EVPs and probably pictures of dust from.
this I found in the woods at the RV park.
Well, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I just found it laying in the woods. So I took it home and I figured it belonged in the haunted collection.
I mean, it's a ghostly experience being a Lions fan.
Yeah, I'm not.
One pride.
Yeah.
Yay.
One. Exactly one.
No, none.
None.
Go Lions. Forward down the field. That's right.
To the other team's end zone.
Dan Campbell.
When they pick off your quarterback.
Come on, Jared Goff hasn't even thrown a pass as a Lion yet.
Yeah. I can't wait to see him.
I think it'll be a nice change of pace. You know, I mean, Maddie has been a great fixture in not just Lions football, but the whole state of Michigan for 11, 12 years now. And it's great to see him get an opportunity to go somewhere else where he can get a chance to win and we can get a fresh start with.
And now Jared Goff doesn't have a chance.
We can get a fresh start with a guy who might bring us a title finally.
Or as a fill-in until they get their next.
Hey, I'm going to put my trust in Dan Campbell and Jared Goff.
But anyway,
he's been to the big dance.
So if anyone wanted to know about what was all this before, that's what it is. It's mementos and some artifacts from haunted locations that we have been to, and some that I haven't even been to, but have been given to me. I got a Papa Dollar up there.
Oh yeah,
that's my. That's not haunted. It's not haunted. It's just from the band Ghost. It's just something they.
Is that Papa No?
Yeah, that's Papa No. But they throw them out at their concerts and stuff. So, Papa Emeritus.
I saw a paintable figurine of Papa 4 on Facebook advertised the other day.
Huh. And this has nothing to do with ghosts. This, I just put it up there because I thought it was cool. But it's a band. It's a band named Ghost. They're a rock metal band. You should check them out.
They're actually like kind of, I mean, they're not like
Blue Oyster
huge,
Cult.
But
they're pretty really
they've
big.
gotten big.
Yeah,
well, not they because it's really one guy, and he writes everything and he hires musicians to tour.
Yeah, they're tour musicians. Yep, and play with on the album.
Yeah, and they all dress up as what are called nameless ghouls, and he
Papa.
plays. Well, not just Papa, but he also played Cardinal Copia. But there's Papa 1, 2, 3, and now 4. Cardinal Copia got promoted to a Papa.
And Papa Nil.
And Papa Nil,
which is the dad.
Papa Nil is a completely different character though, because a different guy plays him. And then you got Mother Superior, who is Papa Nil's like love interest, but like she's the one who brought Papa Nil in. He is creative.
There's a whole story.
Yeah, he is creative. He's created a whole mythology behind this band, and that's the kind of stuff I like because I'm a juggalo. I'm not like a dumbass juggalo, but I'm a juggalo. And like if you look at the mythology that Violent J. Joseph Bruce created behind the Dark Carnival, it's an interesting story, and that's what I like. Is I like story-driven things. And it's very fun because like
it's definitely story driven.
It tells a story.
So the thing I did, what I was talking about, isn't paranormal, but about 5 or 6 years ago, I was at the Bay City Fireworks Festival, and the shrapnel from the fireworks was raining down on us. And this fell. This piece of shrapnel, and it looks exactly like the Lower Peninsula of Michigan.
Kind of.
So I kept it. And I didn't have anywhere else to put it, so it went up there. That's what this is. And that certificate up in the corner is from when we investigated Bobby Mackey's. Yeah. So that's the wall of the haunts, I guess, if you will.
Wall of the haunts. What else?
So if we, yeah, you should check out Ghost. It's a band named Ghost. That's their name.
If you see Ghost BC, that is Ghost as well. It started out there was another band named Ghost.
There was like a rapper, like an underground rapper that in
but,
America, so they went Ghost BC, and BC stood for because copyright.
All right, yeah, well, I mean maybe, but like Tobias, the singer, the guy, said it always stood for nothing. It was just it's silent. The BC is silent, is what I always heard.
Yep. But they got the rights to it. Their name is Ghost now.
Because they got more popular than this guy very quickly. Well, he got more popular than that other guy.
Yeah, but Ghost is a band. It's
complicated because there was a
original.
There was a band behind him.
And there always is a band, and he doesn't play all the instruments, so he does hire it out.
There was guys who were established that were the original Nameless Ghouls. That there was a whole lawsuit, but
it's a long story.
Tobias won.
Tobias won. It's a one-man show. He owns the band, but it is a band. Long story short, he is the sole owner of the band. He's also the lead singer of the band and the guitar player for the band.
I do remember reading an interview where Tobias was saying, like, me and, like, you know, I think at least Omega, one of the original Ghouls, like, created the main riff for Year Zero, which is one of their more popular songs, and it was like the beginning of Ghost was when Year Zero was written, and it was somebody else helped him. So
it's awesome. Mm-hmm. Just check it out. You'll like it. It's huge.
It's huge.
It's huge.
I don't know. You know, he is the driving talent, but he should give some more credit to those people.
Yeah, but he writes the shit. They just perform. They just play it. Nonetheless, I feel like it's not an appropriate topic, but at the same time it is because the band's name is Ghost.
We said we were just going to talk about anything. I mean,
the band's name is Ghost, too.
How you doing there, TZ? What else?
Yeah, I'm gonna guess TZ is the one viewer. No one wants to talk to us tonight.
Well, TZ, what do you want to talk about?
We're just gonna hang out on here, like, legit, because, like, last time we were about to leave and we had like 10 viewers all of a sudden. So, like, yo.
What do you want to talk about? Yo, that's not a topic.
I want to talk about the next beer that I'm grabbing.
Pirates? That's
Yar.
Yo ho.
Yar face.
Gar. I don't know much about ghosts. Really? Well, I mean, there's a lot we could talk about then, actually, to be honest, TZ. What's something you would like to know?
No. Oh.
He says, I don't know much about ghosts. So, all right, well, what can we tell you about ghosts?
Bell's Oberon. Best beer on the planet. Bell's. You know what to do. Anyway, what do you want to learn about ghosts? Have you watched our videos, like our actual like episode that we have, the rough draft of episode 1? Because
it's on YouTube.
It's on here till May 15th. We're taking off May 15th because it got a final cut.
Oh.
So,
cool.
And you'll get to watch that later after this is over.
Is it any better?
It's the same video, but it's better edited.
All right. Well, he says, yeah.
Okay.
What? Yeah, what, TZ?
So, Michigan Bay Paranormal Team, which is Uncovering the Unseen. The team that investigates for Uncovering the Unseen is my team, Michigan Bay Paranormal Team. We're a scientific-driven team. We're searching for evidence of the paranormal. Not the psychics, not anything else like that. We're searching for hard evidence that we can prove to you that it exists. We use a variety of equipment, including infrared cameras, which infrared entities are said to exist in the infrared spectrum.
Oh.
Okay. So we watched the episode. Sweet. Well, we got that episode coming out as a final cut, better edited, as well as 4 other episodes in the fall. And then a live event where we investigate live with you guys. So,
what was your favorite part about that episode, TZ?
But I'll keep talking until he responds.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So we use infrared cameras because entities are said to exist in the infrared. We use voice recorders to record our EVPs and stuff like that. We use an array of equipment. We go to a location. We set up. We get the whole spiel on what's been going on there. We run through an investigation all night. We wrap up. We review the footage that we caught, and we get back with the people. And that's how we go about ghost hunting.
This cat does not want to go on.
Just drink faster. Like,
I got it. And see, that's the thing is being a scientific-based team, when we go through a place and we decide well, there's nothing we can see here. I mean, we'll tell people that there's nothing going on, and I mean, who knows? Maybe whatever it is intelligent enough to go away for the night and not give us any action, or maybe these people are just thinking something's there that's not, and we can't be 100% certain if something is haunted or not, but we can give our opinion. So
right. And that's what it's based on. It's just our opinion based on our research that we did of the location.
So, like, don't think we're talking to ghosts. Like, maybe we are, but I'm not having like a face-to-face conversation with a ghost,
right?
Or spirit. Like, I'm not like hearing what it's saying to me. Like, we're going by what we have learned is a paranormal occurrence, and we are taking the best evidence we gather, and we are saying our opinion. So I guess that's what I want to get across, is this is our opinion, because we're not.
But it's a more educated opinion. Like if you went to a psychiatrist, it's typically their opinion on what's going on with you, but they're educated in that field.
Yeah. So I just want to like say that like we have a passion for what we do and we enjoy what we do, but like nobody can say like for sure 100% that we are the authority on this.
Right, because it's in itself, paranormal means it's above the normal understanding of what is scientifically possible.
Yes, and this is just something we enjoy to do, and we might be able to get people who don't delve as deeply into it
interested. And especially like our show actually is geared towards skeptics a little more than other shows, because we are in ourselves pretty skeptical.
We've told people who want to believe, even if we've told them that we don't believe anything is here, we believe this is what you experience, and like we can explain it this way, but they're just
no
dead set that their little trailer is haunted. And
that was the case.
We did the best we could.
I think it was all good except for the pinball part, because the noises were really loud through his headphones. Well, the pinball part was very important because the staff had been hearing the pinball machines turn on by themselves, and we experienced that. What we think is happening is the pinball machines reset every so often, and when that happens, they give themselves credits to give you free play, so people want to keep playing.
Yeah,
and I think that's what ended up happening. I can't be sure that something's not turning on. Yeah, but anything with electronic stuff that's happening, it's really hard to call that paranormal. But we thought that was very important to put in the episode nonetheless.
The great thing is we do have an electrician on the team, but he's not. He can't do things without the equipment he needs to know what's going on. So like we can just speculate about this stuff,
but he's pretty smart with this stuff though. So like he can diagnose a lot. Yeah,
but he can't say for 100% sure. But like we can get a pretty good expert opinion when something electrical happens. So that's something to keep in mind.
And the explanation on the cases, that's going to be something that we do a lot. But keep in mind, most ghost hunting shows that you see on TV are almost an hour long. We're trying to keep this around 20 minutes per episode.
And not to mention that those people like stay at that location for 2-3 days, sometimes like a week.
I mean, we stay at them like 1 or 2 nights. 1 or 2 nights usually.
I was gonna say like at the most at a time like 10 hours.
Yeah, but some locations let us stay multiple nights, some don't. We're hoping as this builds in popularity, they let us stay longer. But we all have regular jobs as well. We're all working full time.
I would love
and investigating. I would love to do this full time, but until this gains popularity, that's not a possibility. So I mean, this is my passion, but I also work a full-time job. Mm-hmm. So, but anyway, the explanation. So we're a little short on time on the episode for that in every episode. But what we are going to do, because we have the liberty to, because we're a YouTube channel, not a TV show, we're going to be starting to film pre-episodes, basically. where we explain how we go about our cases, what we do during an investigation, introducing all our team members and who they are, give you a little bit of personality on who you're going to be watching, explaining our equipment. And these are all going to be like 5-minute pre-episodes to this series. Those are going to start to air this summer, as well as the trailer for the actual series.
That's a good idea.
And then, and sometime in September, we're going to release our first episode, and we're going to release one of those a week for 5 weeks, leading up to our final case, which is going to be a live investigation on here at one of the locations we investigated. We don't even know. We haven't set it up yet. We don't even know which one we're going to choose yet. We don't know which one's going to let us yet, but that is the idea for every season. And in between that, we're going to do a live video like this, only we're going to talk about the episode a few days after it airs.
But we need more than just TZ. So TZ, you got to start.
Tell you and your 25 best friends.
You are like our number one. Like,
yeah. So
lieutenant here.
So
start getting the word out.
So I think TZ is going to be probably one of the guys that goes on a hunt with us eventually.
I think that's what we need to do. It's easy. You're showing that you're interested in like we definitely shouldn't even charge them anything.
No, we won't charge them anything.
So come with us to an investigation sometime.
Yeah, if you want to know more about it, absolutely.
Is TZ a dude? Like
I don't know. TZ is just TZ. Like
tell us a little bit about yourself, TZ.
Yeah. You're
like, for all I know, you're a chick. Like I'm saying, you're like a dude. I don't know. My bad. Sorry.
But we do appreciate you watching every week.
Yeah.
Every week. Every time we're on.
That's why it's like tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. Let us know more about you, because you know who we are by now.
Yeah. Well, you type slow, TZ.
Well, it's delayed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with them anyway.
I'm a dude. I'm from the East Coast. You're from the East Coast. What area? Like New England area?
Like you don't need to be super specific, but like, what state are you from? Give us that.
Because
on the East Coast, that's pretty cool. We're actually like reaching. I thought this was somebody in Michigan, so
yeah.
That's
I
cool.
wish more people in Michigan would watch, but
I mean, hey, somebody who was a few states away. That's pretty.
That's
cool.
awesome. I like the East Coast too.
Yeah,
good skiing out there.
I go out there, myself, but like winter's probably gonna suck. Winter sucks enough here already, but like
winter's fun out there.
What
sucks for you is awesome for me. By the way, guys, I am a canoe racer now. I am doing the Asaba Marathon. I was practicing earlier. Vermont.
Well,
dude,
hey.
You are in one of my favorite states if Bernie Sanders didn't live there. But
yeah, Bernie, you can't let the whole state get
no. But it's awesome. Like it's kind of like Montana, honestly.
Bernie's
it's like
Hillary.
Yeah, and fucking Biden. But
I didn't think Biden was gonna be so bad, but
Biden's bad. But anyway,
creepy Uncle Joe.
We are non-politically biased on this team.
Non-politically biased.
But Vermont's sweet. I've been to Vermont.
I've never been to Vermont.
Vermont's cool.
I think the farthest I've been on the East Coast, I don't know. Like I went down all these states down to Florida.
Well, that's not the East Coast. That's the Midwest. Though.
I know, but like we went farther out that way. Like
why?
I think Maryland. I think we went.
That's way the fuck over there.
I think we went through. No, that was to Virginia. My bad.
Okay, well that's the East Coast.
Yeah.
And kind of the South.
Though.
Yeah, but it's East. Like I don't understand it.
East.
Yeah, like
it's in the South.
It's considered
below
the
Mason
South,
Dixon line.
But
anything below that line is considered the South.
Yeah. Well, I don't get it because Arizona wasn't part of the South.
Virginia. Okay, Virginia was a major Confederate state.
Well, no shit.
Okay, so like it's the South.
Okay.
God.
Well,
Robert E. Lee was from Virginia.
I know, Mike. I studied Civil War. Anyway.
I know.
Nonetheless, I'm just still trying to figure out why he went from Virginia to Florida. But anyway.
No, those are two different times.
Okay. Yep.
But still.
But Vermont's cool. Anyway, bottom line, Vermont's like an East Coast Montana, in my opinion. Which you've never been there either, so just Montana's really cool too.
I think I'd actually enjoy going to Montana.
Hey guys, did you know I have a separate channel that's for skiing and kayaking?
It's Descent.
Indecent exposure, as opposed to indecent exposure, which we already established is Mike's channel.
But that's kind of a funny pun. Oh, Indecent. Oh.
Yeah, that's why I made it that name. It came up. We came up with it in a bar. It was funny and it just stuck.
Was it? It was.
It was a lot funnier.
But it's kind of. I mean, like it's kind of a good.
It's a pun, but I just hope no one takes it seriously. That adds our channel. Like they add it expecting some
indecent exposure.
Oh hell yeah!
The illiterate people. It's like the people who spell lose as loose.
Yeah. What's up with all these guys skiing? Where's the indecent exposure?
Where's the indecent exposure? It's like Millhouse in that episode with Poochie. When do we get to the fireworks right here? When is it going to be the indecent exposure?
So, nonetheless. Skiing, kayaking, canoeing. That's that channel. There's exactly one video on it, but
so, how are things in Vermont, TZ? Now that we're getting know a little bit more about you.
Yeah.
How are things on
should we go do a ghost hunt in Vermont and have TZ go with us?
Like yeah, we're inviting him on a ghost hunt. He's all the way in Vermont.
I feel like we could meet halfway. Pennsylvania is pretty sweet.
Pennsylvania,
Pennsylvania's sweet.
I drove. He said something.
Good. I keep to myself. Good man.
Yes.
Yeah, we try to as well.
Are you a dude? Like you never did.
He said he's a dude.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You don't know how to read.
I'm farther away from the screen than you, and these glasses are like literally like 8 years old. I got these glasses like shortly before Kelly and I broke up.
Okay, well.
Yeah. That's been at least 6 years, dude.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, they're falling apart.
I keep to myself. Cool. So if we did an investigation like Vermont or Pennsylvania, you should join. Definitely, since you like checking out our channel, which we really appreciate. Yeah, we'd be all for having some guest appearances. I mean, we have a lot of guest appearances as it is right now.
Yeah.
So, shit. Hell yeah, why not? I'm flattered. Well,
I thought that's what it said. Well, I mean, you're like the only person who watches this, so.
I mean, a lot of people watch it after the fact, but I mean, he's the only one who tunes in.
Rambling. Who else is here? There's 2 people, okay, and that's obviously not us.
It could be someone who doesn't have an account.
Oh, wow.
That's the problem. We had like 12 people on here one time, but if you don't have an account, you can't message. So.
Oh.
Yeah. So get a damn account and subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, everybody who's watching and doesn't have a YouTube account, you don't have to make videos. I have one. I don't make videos.
I have my personal account.
Useful to have.
That no one gets to add me.
I'm one of those idiots who kind of pays for YouTube Red.
Yeah, I do too.
It's convenient because I can close my phone while I'm listening to posts from Reddit instead of reading them.
Yep.
So
yeah. But yeah, make an account, subscribe. There'll be episodes coming out. There will be.
If we get 15 live viewers, I will show you my nipple. Which
Just
nipple?
just one of them.
Just one nipple. I mean, it's up
One
to
nipple
you.
per
It's
15.
up to you, the viewers.
Any upcoming cases? Yes, a lot.
And one I'm going to actually get to go to because I took some time off for it.
We have 4 cases that we're working on right now. We do one a month typically because it takes that kind of time to go through the footage between our jobs and our family life and everything. It takes about a month to go through the footage, get it cut up, get it edited, get it ready for.
We can't cut it up as quick as an emo kid.
Jesus Christ. Becoming an episode. So we take about 1 case a month unless someone calls us with a house call. And for the next 4 months, we are booked up.
If we were the Ghostbusters, which one would I be?
I don't know. Which one do you want to be? Wilson?
I'm not black.
But yeah, we have cases coming up.
I would like to think I am a Venkman, but I'm probably more of a Ray stance.
So who am I? Who's the leader?
But you're not Venkman.
I mean, if I'm the leader.
You're not a sleazy asshole. I'm a sleazy asshole. I'm Venkman.
At any rate.
Janine. You're Janine. No, you're Slimer. No, Jared is Slimer. Jared's more Egon.
Jesus Christ. This is
What do you think, TZ? Which Ghostbuster are we?
Or anyone else watching.
Or anybody else watching. Which Ghostbusters are we? I would say, I guess, you're a mix of Ray Stans and Egon.
Okay. That works.
You're welcome. I'm giving you their best qualities.
But we do have upcoming cases. We have quite a few. We're going to Iowa in June.
Because I owe her.
We're going to Iowa in June. We're going to a little town called Columbiaville, Michigan in a couple weeks. We might be going to Indiana in July or August.
Indiana won't me.
It's a cool case.
No, I can't go back there.
But we're looking to film as much as we can to finish out season 1. We have one more case that we need to do, which we know which case it is already. We don't give away our cases before we're there. And then we're hoping to get like halfway through filming season 2 before we even release season 1. Because that was the problem with season 1, was we were doing good on filming. We had a lot of cases coming up, and then COVID hit. And
oh, you can't say that on YouTube.
COVID?
No.
Why?
Dude, we're gonna get demonetized.
We're already demonetized.
I know.
We have 50 subscribers.
No, the thing is, like, dude, like people who are monetized and like people who like get like big bumps, they can't say that. They have to say the global situation or something like that. They cannot say the virus or COVID-19 or something like that. That's against YouTube rules. COVID-19.
The China virus.
China.
Anyway.
The Ching Chang Chong flu. That's probably going to be a little too far.
That's a little too far. So we're, it's not racist, in my opinion.
It's not racist. It came from China.
It originated in China. That is all that was meant by that, and it was taken way out of context. Don't be racist towards Chinese people. It's
no,
I
do. Actually, like, Asian people are really cool. It's the Chinese government I don't like. The Chinese people themselves are pretty cool, except for the ones who decide that they're going to, poop in the malls. But that's gross. Don't poop in malls.
Don't poop in malls. Travis spoken. You guys remind me of a talk show. Well, I am all for being a talk show as well.
Because we watch a lot of Joe Rogan and Pat McAfee.
Yeah, that's the long and short of it. So if Joe Rogan wants or Pat McAfee wants to talk to us,
That and I'm a wrestling fan, so
yeah.
I watch the best.
So we're all for it. Like I'm all for it. I'd talk to anyone.
Joe Rogan ain't gonna want to talk to us.
Depends on how he might. Pat McAfee, I could see it talking to us.
Pat would probably be like, "Hey, you guys are funny, but yeah."
Actually scared you. Yes, and it wasn't from the ghosts. It was from the location.
What's that say?
Locate any moments that actually scared you. It'd be Potter Street Station.
Potter Street, I could see because
it was in such disarray.
You know, we've mentioned it before that there was a.
It was in a bad neighborhood.
It was in a bad neighborhood, but there was part of the location that had actually like collapsed the night before we like were gonna be investigating, and we weren't supposed to go in that part at all. But still, I mean, this place has been in disrepair for I don't know how
20
long.
years. And, at the time we did the investigation, and like other locations like that, like a lot of these locations aren't in the best of shape. Like even Hillview had part of the ceiling collapsing in that one part. And
I don't remember that.
Yeah, because it was leaking from the ceiling.
I just don't. I'm not saying I don't doubt it.
Yeah. So like a lot of these locations, they're older and they're
because
been neglected.
When did Hillview only closed in the 2000s, which to me is like, oh, that was just in the 2000s. But then I think it's
20 years ago, like
2021. Like,
yeah,
man, I'm 30.
like
I don't think about those things all the time, and it's like time marches on.
Yeah, and especially being in like the Northeast, especially with being exposed to the elements. Hillview. Oh, it's in Northeast Pennsylvania. They get a lot of snow.
Pennsylvania's lower than us, though.
Yeah, but they still get a lot of snow. They're in the.
No, is that considered the Northeast?
It's considered the East.
Yeah, it's considered part of the Midwest, isn't it?
No, it's the East. Anything. We're the like eastmost of the Midwest.
Okay.
But
it just doesn't seem that far away.
It's not. It's not that far, but it
just like it feels like it's in the same region, you know.
But they have mountains and stuff, and they get snow and seasons like we do here in Michigan.
I know, and like
that.
It's only like technically, like if you think about it, it's only like what, a state away.
Yeah, and
there's only one between us.
That hurts buildings. So, like especially buildings that are neglected, and that's the number one scary thing I think about our investigations is the situation we put ourselves in.
Because like we could put ourselves into a place like where we were at, like where a building could collapse, and or a person of how do I be politically correct about this?
Like there's dangerous neighborhoods,
and or not just like a dangerous neighborhood person or a bum with ill intent. You know, and that's something we could have ran across in Potter Street. You know, some kind of gang activity possibly, or some kind of homeless activity where we stumble upon something.
Squatters, druggies.
Squatters, that's what I'm trying to
think of. Squatters, druggies, burnouts, something like that. You can run into all sorts of stuff like that.
It's the same kind of risks you get with urban exploration, which is fun.
So
but there's all kinds of.
But as far as the ghosts, we don't really get scared from that.
No. There's definitely times where it's tense, where like
you can just kind of be like, I want to take it easy when I'm in this location. There's been times like that before, but being actually scared to be at a location, I don't think.
No, I mean because like there's times where like we'll go through at the end of the investigation, go through alone, which maybe in some locations we should, but like houses is normally like we're mainly like alone when we do anything. And like we'll go through like a final run through and like turn all the lights off, and like sometimes that's kind of
especially if you're like looking for equipment because we all dispersed to make sure we didn't leave anything.
Definitely
shit's expensive, so
definitely at the Burgess house, like you know, like when I'll go upstairs by myself and like everybody else is downstairs, it's like you know we're familiar with that location, but there's still always that feeling when you're alone.
Right. And I think like Hillview, when we did our sweep, we had like 5 minutes to sweep the entire building for anything we may have left. So we all went our own separate ways. Every single person took a different area. And walking around an old building like that is notoriously haunted, it kind of gets your heart pumping a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah.
But at the same time, at that point, like it was like 5 o'clock in the morning.
You've been there all night.
We had been there all night, and we were just exhausted, and we had an hour drive to get back to where we were staying.
So it's kind of like,
we were just like, whatever. Like if someone shows themselves, that'd be the most exciting thing that happened to me.
Like I've been here all night already. I've been waiting for this. If something happens at this point, well, it's gonna be like, well, why did you wait so long?
Yeah. Get the cameras back on. Oh, sorry.
Stay right there. Hold on. But I mean, like, if something like happened at the beginning of the night when like our adrenaline, before our adrenaline kicks in, and like, you know, when we're not expecting something, like I'm sure if like all of a sudden if all hell broke loose and there's all kinds of noises and like, you know, things like moving around, we're gonna be like, what the hell, you know? It's gonna throw us off for a second, I'm sure. But like once you get into like a mode where you're like waiting for something to happen, and then something happens, it's just like,
oh,
that's
do
neat.
it again.
That's neat. Hey, hi.
Do it again. Prove it was you.
You know, because at that point you're waiting for something to happen.
Like especially this case, the past one we did, Sanford Museum. That was the first case we did in over a year.
FYI, this gives me heartburn, guys. So sorry.
But first case we did in over a year. Yeah, at the Kiss concert, especially.
Great concert.
Great concert.
Bad
Incredible.
Time.
Yeah. When 4 fireball shots fell out of your socks walking past security.
That is the most incompetent security I've ever seen.
Yeah, we walk right into the concert venue. He walks past security. 4 bottles of fireball fall out of his socks, and they're just like, and he just picks them up.
Scatter all over, and I just walk to each and every one, and security's just standing there.
No, they were checking in the next guy already.
They don't care.
You got past them? Okay.
Was it at Little Caesars?
It's at Little Caesars, yeah.
Little Caesars Arena. They don't care.
But anyway, like the first case back being out from a while, you could feel that adrenaline a little bit just because you don't quite know what to expect. But about 10 minutes in, it is what it is. Like
scariest for me. Has he said anything else this time?
No.
Okay.
Jordan at RV park.
I was more perplexed.
You were the one with her, so.
That's why I was more perplexed, because like it went from her being herself to just not, and it's like, what's wrong with you? I was more concerned. Scariest, I would say, for me, having to do with anything potential paranormal, which we figured out by now, which is probably wildlife. Damn, losing my voice. So my grandma, not only my grandma, but several of my aunts and uncles live in an area that's very
it's like
wooded.
It's a private road off.
It's a private road, and
it's not far from here.
No. And there's like still like they live right on the edge of some woods.
By the way, we're going way back to before we were like even like had equipment basically.
So I've been told like for as long as I can remember that this is built on Indian burial ground. At least I shouldn't give their names. I guess an uncle and aunt of mine, their house is built more on the edge of where this apparently is. And we went back behind there, and there's like a pond area. And I haven't been back there in a while, so who knows if this thing is still full or not with the way it's been losing water. But
him and I went back there when I was still in high school.
We were going back there, and we hear a loud scream, and it sounds like a woman's scream. And
I don't know if that was wildlife, though, because that sounded like she was like talking while screaming.
I don't know, man.
But there's so many houses around there, it's hard to say what it actually was.
I think it was a fox. You know, a fox sounds like a woman screaming when it's... But
16-year-old me and fucking 18 or 19-year-old him.
Yeah.
And
one of our
being
scariest
really inexperienced at the time, we were like, what the hell is going on? Like,
but it was probably just a fox screaming. But the rumor I heard is that there was sacrifices performed on that land.
when we first started this, we were more looking just to get scared. Like, honestly, I think that
yeah,
that was part of it. Like, we're inexperienced and mature. And
I love horror movies.
Yeah, and so do I. So, but as we grew up, we fucking changed our tone a little bit. And
what really changed it for me, there was a period where I didn't do this.
House calls.
No.
No?
There was a period where I didn't do this, and I don't know if you picked up on it or not. Apparently you didn't. When my grandpa died in about 2011.
We weren't really doing it, though, then.
But we were...
I was just picking it back up because I had just gotten out of boot camp.
I know. That's the thing is, like, we were, but, like, I wasn't doing it for a while, and, like, you were back, and, like, you were wanting to do it, but, like, I wouldn't do it for a while after my, not the first one. My mom's dad, he died when I was 11, but then when I was a kid then, and I wasn't doing this. But when my grandpa died when I was 21, I just didn't really have the passion for it for a little while because I saw enough death,
Yeah, but that's the thing. You don't really see death in this field, but it was hard to grasp that when
that's
you
the
first
thing,
started.
Like it had to do with death, and like it was just like
right, and I get that, but like we were honestly just looking to get scared as teenagers when we first started this. We were looking to be the next Ghost Adventures, where everything was chasing us out of their house,
and that's where. But that's my point. Is that's where it became more real for me. Is when I came back into it after that.
Yeah, and when it became more real for a lot of us was when we started trying to help people that were actually experiencing stuff.
And that's when we came back into it after my little hiatus there.
Yep, and it was like, hey, these people are actually scared, and we're pretending to be scared. How about we take this seriously and give them some explanations? And that was part of growing up in the field, I think, because I started this when I was a teenager. I wasn't fully grown. I wasn't fully developed at the time. I was just looking for a scary moment.
And I was a little bit older.
But you were still mostly a teenager as well when we first started it, because
we
met each other through another team.
I mean, you don't not really know we met each other at school, but we started doing this through another team.
Mm-hmm.
And no, that's why I brought up what I was, because like, but before that point, it was more of a fun thing to do, and then after that point, it was like there are people out there who need answers, who need some kind of consolation, and like maybe I don't need that consolation. Maybe I have an idea of what's going on in my head, but maybe somebody else out there can benefit from somebody who's brave enough to go confront what they're not.
Right, and what we've discovered is there's absolutely nothing to be afraid of as far as the paranormal
we've tried. And that's the thing, is we've tried to become afraid of something, and it's not. I mean, you can only go through so many sessions of calling something you can't see a pussy before you're not afraid of it anymore. And we had never run across anything demonic or anything like that, so we're still waiting on that.
And we've been to places that notoriously have stuff that's demonic.
More or less you. I really haven't been any place like that.
Nonetheless, like, we haven't encountered it. Like, as far as demonic stuff goes, like, guys, forget it. Like, I mean, it's so rare.
Unless you're doing, like, some kind of, like, bona fide satanic ritual that's...
But it's not even necessarily satanic, because that's not even necessarily what demonic is. But demonic is not only Christian. It's a multiple ways.
I know, but they call it, like, jinn in, like, Islam, and, like, there are different names.
There are for the same thing, but I think demons and I think we have actually came across quite a few of them, but I think it's mental illness.
I mean,
problems. But as far as
that
like
is what,
the demons that possess the girl in The Exorcist and stuff like that, I don't think so. Like,
I think that might be an extreme case of demonic possession. I think, like, obviously mental illnesses are a thing in their own, but I think in some right, maybe some mental illnesses might be a case of demonic possession, you know, because, like, some people just, like, go wacko for no reason and just, I mean, obviously there's always a scientific explanation, but who knows?
But we've had clients, and we'll talk about this one briefly. We won't mention any details, but we had a case where a woman, her daughter was having issues with.
Leak real quick.
Yeah.
I'll add to this when I get back.
Were you at this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were there.
Angel?
Yep.
That's not a real name.
It's not a real name.
That's not a real name.
There was a case we had a few years back where we went and there was a mom who had a daughter that was scared because she was having issues and she was writing stuff on her wall. And the daughter was saying she was seeing things, saw this man in the dark and everything like that. It was classic demonic case, like a demon was terrorizing this girl. So we show up. Mom had said she'd been cleaning all day for us to come there. First of all, the living conditions were not good. Not good enough to raise a 10-year-old in. And we knew that right away when we walked in. But we investigated. And we talked to the mom while we were investigating. And this is what a lot of it is talking to people. And we learned that she had let her daughter and her son, not daughter, her friend and her friend's son stay with her and her daughter. And she had woken up to her friend's son being in her daughter's room at night. And some of the writings on the wall we saw was, she didn't like this, she didn't like that. Stay away from the scary man in black.
I mean, it said, quote, the little girl's name. And she wrote this herself. It says,
on
quote,
her wall.
Name, on her wall. Little writing on the wall. It says, quote, her name, blank, doesn't like this.
And we asked the mom, we're like, well, do you think, like, maybe, like, I mean, this is horrible to say, but do you think he might be molesting your daughter? And she's like, that's what I'm worried about. That's why I told them to move out. And we're like, okay, well, where's your daughter tonight?
Guess where she was?
She was with her friend and her friend's son.
At their place, where obviously the friend's son is free to do whatever he pleases without some supervision. Yikes. So why do you...
But no, it was a demon.
So you have us here as like a... In her mind, we were there to catch a ghost. But in reality...
We were calling Child Protective Services.
We're not CPS.
But we called them that night.
Are we glad that we got the opportunity to get a hold of CPS? Yes, but we're not CPS, and we can't do anything about that. And if you don't follow through, then there's nothing that can be done for your kid. And I don't believe she followed through.
But nonetheless, that's the hardest part about demonic hauntings.
Mental illness?
It's a lot of people who have these demonic claims, it's really due to shit like that. And honestly, after that case, we kind of quit for a while because we were sick of dealing with that shit.
Because, I mean, like, this place, I don't know if you mentioned it, but when we got there, it was filthy. And, I mean, I've seen some dirty homes because, like, one of my close friends from the past, his mom was terrible and she didn't clean up. Neither did his older sister when we would go over there and hang out with her and her two kids. But this place took the cake. I mean, there was like 2 or 3 fly traps that were full of dead flies.
And it was just disgusting on the entire
There
house.
was literal shit on the walls.
Yeah. And yeah, in the bathroom, there was shit on the walls. And the woman said she had been cleaning all day.
You guys made me sit in a chair that had piss on it.
It was cat piss. But
well, yes, it was cat piss. Nonetheless, they made me sit in a chair that had piss on it.
We're like, hey, come sit down, Mike.
Oh, you know what? It's been a long night. I'll take a load up. What the?
But anyway.
That was funny.
It was funny. But it was sad.
I didn't have to sit in my own vehicle seat after it, so.
Yeah, I had to sit in mine. But it was sad. It really was.
It was very sad.
And we did call CPS.
I mean, as soon as we left, like we were like,
we went down the road.
We didn't even get a mile away before we were like, guys,
we gotta call this in.
And we had like 6 or 7 witnesses. And you know what? The worst part is they warned her. They warned her they were coming.
Yeah, and I have the letter still somewhere. We don't see anything wrong with the living situation.
I get wanting some leniency on some people to give them a chance. But don't give them that chance until you see that they need the chance. Once you see that they need the chance, give them the chance. But don't warn them that you're coming to find a problem so they can fix the problem temporarily. The bureaucrat... I'm going to go off on a whole rant.
But nonetheless, like, why the hell are you having your daughter stay at the fucking friend's house whose son is potentially molesting your daughter, and you're fucking well aware of it?
And that's why you were afraid in the first place. So you call people in whose job it isn't even is to do this, and then...
Yeah, because it was ghosts. No, it was because your fucking friend raised her son to be a shitty human being. Just like you.
It's terrible.
And I hope she sees this someday down the line.
I mean, doesn't she know we called CPS on her?
Oh, she has to know. Like, it's anonymous, but at the same time, we call them that night. Like, they showed up within the next couple of weeks. So, I mean, who the hell else would have been into her house? Would you have wanted to go over to her house if you knew her? You were in there.
At first, she seemed like a decent person.
Yeah, till we walked into her front door after she had been cleaning all day.
You know, it's not like we want to judge people. And
we're not, but like at the same time, there's a fine line.
And this is just reminiscing on something that should not have happened.
This was like 5 years ago at this point.
Yeah, this was a long time ago.
But this was something like, I mean, this is, I don't even know how we got on this topic.
How old would she be now? Like 16, 15, 16?
Yeah.
She's still a kid. Still a kid, and who knows? Maybe still in these terrible conditions.
I hope not. I hope something got done, but the likelihood of that happening is...
So I guess the scariest part of what we've seen is
not the dead, but the living.
Human conditions, not the living of the deceased.
Yeah. So welcome to Ghost Hunting, guys. You won't see that in any of the episodes, but if it does ever happen, I promise we will make an episode to make their asses public.
I don't know if we should quite go that far.
Oh, Ghost Adventures already did.
We're legally allowed to do that.
Hell yeah, they signed
All right,
contracts
okay,
every episode we
okay.
make.
As long as we won't get sued.
I have contracts that everyone signs, by the way. Most places, anyways, unless I forget.
But it's never been an issue. We've never
really had a, like, as far as episodes go, we haven't had a negative case thus far.
Really, honestly, oh God. The only one I can think of anything that's negative is the one where we had like a bunch of drunks show up and like start drinking while we were investigating. But even then, it wasn't a bad night. And
it was a bar, so what the fuck do you want? Like,
I mean, they were supposed to be closed, but they opened up because of something that was going on.
And like, I'm not the one to tell someone to not make money.
Not make money, exactly. Yeah. So it's like, well, this sucks for us, but all right.
We ended up having a couple of beers. We closed up shop early and had some beers.
I guess all things considered, I mean, we weren't getting like too much terrible evidence that night. So, I mean, you know, sometimes it's just about conversing with people and spreading the knowledge of what we do. Because there's so many times where that, especially that night, we run across people who are just like, oh, you guys are all full of shit. And it's like, there are a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of people who do what we do who are all full of shit.
Yeah. And we are not one of those people.
You will find not one psychic in my mind that I don't come to a...
Franny Bruce.
I come very skeptically on...
You haven't met her, but she is MVPT family.
I'm not saying every single psychic out there is full of shit.
And if she's watching, if she's one of the two people watching, Franny Bruce, you are awesome.
But most of the people, including, do you remember that I think it was that trailer we were talking about earlier?
Yeah.
Where they wouldn't accept the fact that the place was supposed to haunted. They literally had somebody whose husband was a contractor tell them that they had to tear down everything,
their house.
Everything. They had to tear down everything and build new.
Because their house was so haunted.
Guess who was going to be doing that job? The friend's husband. And guess who didn't do that crap because we told them no. No.
And we literally went through and said, we made them walk around their house and say they are not welcome there.
We did something that we normally is out of our wheelhouse, and we told them that we could get rid of whatever was in there. That's not something we do because we can't. We can't.
That's not our expertise.
Can't. But these people were literally going to tear down their place of living and
build a
new house because no,
that's never going to fucking work.
No, because if it's attached to the property, it's attached to the property.
If it's attached to you, it's attached to you.
Building a new place isn't going to change it.
That's a hell of a spiel for a contracting business. Holy shit.
If you have ghosts, let us take care of it. I mean, hell of a life, I guess. But luckily, they called us first before they decided to tear down their place. And we made them, hopefully they believed that we took care of it because like it was just people driving by that were casting shadows on their wall. Literally, that's all it was. But typically I don't put any faith in psychics. I mean, especially because Sylvia Browne is one of the most famous psychics of the modern era, and she has been caught on video many times being completely dead wrong. In fact, like regarding missing children cases where she has put faith into parents of missing children and taken away hope from parents of missing children who are either dead or living. And it's been not just Sylvia, but there are many psychics out there who did that shit. And we're wrong. We're dead wrong. And they just made so many people.
We're like the anti-paranormal channel. Like, holy shit, we are.
No, we're the anti-scam. We're the anti-scum channel. Because we're honest. Like, ghosts exist. Paranormal exists. but not to the extent you think so. Who knows?
And demons are like 1 in a million, guys.
Maybe,
like,
who knows? Maybe demons aren't even like some like from hell angelic being who fell from heaven. Maybe they're just a fourth dimensional being that like there's probably some fourth dimensional being standing right here next to me. I can't see this fourth dimensional being because I'm a 3-dimensional being.
Keep in mind, the longer we do this, guys, the more drunk we are, and none of you are on here. So we're just talking to ourselves on camera.
I cannot see a 4-dimensional being, but you know what? A 4-dimensional being can see me. As where I could see a 2-dimensional being, but a 2-dimensional being could not see me. Now, do we see any 2-dimensional beings? No.
I don't know. Have you ever walked past a person and said, "Hey, what's up?" and they don't fucking respond to you or anything?
Well, they seem like a 2-dimensional being, but the thing is we can see them as a 3-dimensional being.
Oh, man. Like, world's crazy.
But maybe that's what the paranormal is. Maybe it's not ghosts. Maybe it's not the energy of people who have passed on. Maybe it's a being from another dimension. Maybe that's what aliens are. Interdimensional beings.
I don't know.
And that's nothing new. That's something that has been proposed for a long time. And I'm just giving you something else to think about. Because
Gamer Skier. Hi, Taylor. Why don't you come in here and join this?
Taylor, since you're part of the team, come on.
Yeah, you're sitting in the other room. Like, our co-manager is just commenting.
Just a heart.
Just a heart.
Well, there we go.
Why don't you come keep my company while
I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Do!
I taught the best.
Do you have a Blue Eyes White Dragon, Taylor? That was one of my favorites because the show told me it was one of the favorites. You know who's really cool, though? Black Eyes Red Dragon, or whatever. Red Eyes Black Dragon. Is it Red Eyes Black Dragon? You're not typing fast enough, Taylor. I have a playset on my game. What does that mean? Red Eyes Black Dragon. Yeah, that makes sense. I have a playset on my game. What does that mean? Three copies equal a playset. So you have 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon? Is that what you're saying?
What's that?
Yes, okay. Makes sense. So you're like Seto Kaiba.
Wait, is someone that lives in the same house as me literally texting us via YouTube right now?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, okay.
You got Kaiba in the living room. She's got 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Well, so do I. But so goddamn TZ Taylor is about to outpace you on comments here. But that doesn't matter because she lives in the same house as me and is married to me. So
do you regret that yet, Taylor?
glad we have so many fans. Mike, show your nipples. Maybe that'll get smart.
All right, I'm about to lift up my shirt, so anybody who doesn't want to see that can just look away.
Taylor, that means you.
I'm just being a supportive wife.
We appreciate that. Just pick up your fireball again. Okay, here we go. There it is. Anyway. Watch the freaking people watching shoot up to like 10.
Nudity? Where's their tits? What?
This is what we deal with on every investigation, guys.
That's a good woman.
Yeah.
You're right, TZ.
She is.
She's a good woman.
Great.
She is a good
She's
woman.
also a great manager.
Yeah. Smarter than me.
Smarter than me. That's why she's the manager. I just handled the investigation portion.
You know it. Don't even act like you're all humble.
Thanks.
You know it.
Where do we even go from here?
She's even watching this. Did she just log? Taylor!
I don't know. Like, this thing is not accurate because obviously both of them are watching.
But maybe she went away just now and she's like, oh, I'm done with that.
Yeah, she's dueling.
She's dueling.
Yeah, it's important.
Duel. Yu-Gi-Oh!
I feel like I should hold on.
Like, I remember watching that show.
Let's just share this on my personal page. Like, fuck, how do I do that?
Well,
I gotta be me.
I don't normally do this on the actual internet, like a browser.
Share. Oh look, she is watching, and so is TZ. So I don't know how many people have actually been watching us be jackasses.
Anybody who is actually watching this, will you please just like do something? Type something.
Well, they got to create a YouTube page first.
Right.
It's like watching.
Chelios?
Yeah, isn't that sick?
Well, I just see the 2 C's.
It has my name on it too. He wrote my name.
Yes, I see that, but I figured it was Chelios. I'm not a huge hockey fan.
But Chelios is the shit. Chelios is the shit.
Chelios is the shit. Dude, all those Red Wings from the 90s.
Yeah.
Even Sergei Fedorov.
Oh yeah.
He's a traitor. Sergei Fedorov, if you ever see this, you are a traitor. But
he's never gonna see this.
Sergei, you're never gonna see this, Sergei. Your name is Sergei. But leaves to go to the Ducks. The Ducks. I know that was in the 90s. Sergei. I never forgot. It was fucked up. You remember like the night the Wings won the Stanley Cup and like 3 of them got into a car accident and got like paralyzed?
Yeah.
That was fucked up.
Yeah, because my grandpa and I were so excited when they won the Stanley Cup.
And then like Kozlov gets like paralyzed. Like, really?
Huh? No, the Wings suck.
The Wings have sucked for a long time, dude.
They died with fucking Joe Louis.
They died with my grandpa.
But they died with Joe Louis. Like, they were pretty good up until they collapsed Joe Louis. So
the 2002 Stanley Cup. I guess it was 2002. Yeah. Yeah, my grandpa died in 2002. The 2002 Stanley Cup Finals. I don't think it was the finals. I think it was going on to the finals because they were playing the Avalanche. And it was during the playoffs. I can't remember which round. But we were at the funeral home, and my grandpa was a huge, huge Red Wings fan. Huge. He was a big Red Wings fan before he died. And we were at the funeral home. We were watching a game against the Avalanche, which they were still in a big rivalry with at the time. And Patrick Waugh, he was the Avalanche goalie. Legendary. Great goalie. He decided to get cocky, and he went to wave a puck at the Wings after he made a save, and he dropped it.
Wow.
He just dropped the puck, and somebody sent it in the goal, and that was the game-winning goal. And it was nice to think of my grandpa just standing behind him, just popping that thing out of his glove as he's just being such a cocky fucking smug prick about it. But the thing is, it's probably obviously not what happened, but it was nice to think about sitting there in the funeral home.
Okay, you know who?
Huh?
Dead relatives talking to you through Facebook.
I know. That's why I said. I never said that.
He might actually see it. But
yeah, I said it's nice to think about. It's nice to think about that happening. Obviously that's not what happened, but it's nice to think about because we're in the situation we're in.
Right. Oh yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
but it was funny.
I mean, there's a guy who used to investigate with us, and like we knew him back in high school. Like I knew him before Bryce because he's even older than I am. And he, one of those things where it's like, what would somebody
your dead relative say to you
well,
on Facebook or
yeah,
something like that?
one of those stupid things. It's like, what would your dead relative say about you on Facebook? And you wrote something. And I said, you should know. Like I'm being a literal dick, but like you should know that your dead relatives aren't saying anything to you on Facebook. And he literally got mad and blocked me.
And he's still blocked.
I'm still blocked.
Like
Fine.
5 years old, 5 years later.
Like, fine. But why are you being such a dumbass about it?
So, yeah.
Danny boy.
If you want a bunch of assholes investigating your place. No, we are actually very professional.
Volk.
Shut up, Mike. We're not giving away names.
I didn't give away any names.
You're giving away
I
names.
sang a traditional Irish folk song, and then I said the word Volk.
Like Volkswagen?
Volkswagen.
Yeah.
People mover. A practical vehicle for a practical Reich.
Dude, this has gone on way longer than our last one. Like 30 minutes longer.
I think that was the funniest thing I've said so far was a Nazi joke.
That's bad. We're about to get demonetized forever.
We're not even monetized.
We're not monetized yet, but we're already demonetized.
We're going to owe YouTube money. Like, you guys suck. If you want to post on here, you got to pay us $5.
Good job spending all that money on that webcam and microphone.
Who owns YouTube? I can't blame Zuckerberg for this one.
Yeah, you can't, but I still somehow do.
Screw you, Zuckerberg.
CEO.
I feel like I know their name.
YouTube. Susan, what? I can't remember.
Okay, I was wrong. I don't know their name. Hold on. Let me see. CEO of YouTube.
I just typed that in.
Susan Whoa.
Yeah.
Wojcicki? It's Polish. Wojcicki. Wojcicki. But she's just the CEO.
So she's the one who has all the say. Hi, Susan. I'm going to be the next biggest channel on your page.
Who owns YouTube, though?
Probably just gonna get her again.
Well, actually, Google owns YouTube, which I thought. So, which means, isn't that is that Bezos?
No, I thought Bezos owned Amazon.
Yeah, he owns Amazon. Who owns Google? Well, I guess the owner of Google is Alphabet Inc.
Wherever that is.
Hold on. Who owns Google? A very rich man.
Its parent is Alphabet.
Who the fuck is Alphabet Inc? So hold on. Google, one of the biggest companies, is owned by another company.
Well, who the fuck owns Alphabet Inc? We are so far away from the paranormal at this point.
Who is owned by Alphabet Inc?
That was not the way to word that.
No, I want to know who
Larry
else.
Page, Sergey Brin. According to some information I found
Okay,
on
that's not what I
Wikipedia.
want to know, but Larry Page, Sergey Brin is the owner of Alphabet Inc. That is one rich motherfucker, and I've never heard his name.
So, Larry.
Larry Page, Sergey Brin. So, Larry, you own...
All of this.
Do you own Google? Let me see.
Hey, buddy.
Who owns Google? It says, hey, buddy, who owns Google?
Its parent is Alphabet.
Alphabet Inc. is the owner of Google. And Google owns everything else. Dude,
This
Larry
guy.
This Larry guy is the owner of the world. Holy shit. We never knew that.
Yes. Okay, so we actually, TZ asked, so you guys doing any more videos besides live updates and cases? Yes. We're going to be coming out with videos here shortly. There are going to be videos about how we investigate, types of hauntings, and they're going to be little intro videos like, hi, I'm Bryce, blah, 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 but they're going to be scripted and they're going to be all nice and pretty for all the investigators. And we're going to have a trailer, and we're going to be doing live from time to time. The every week thing was kind of getting old because we didn't have anything to talk about.
That's exactly it. We don't have anything to talk about. So, like, how are we going to do something live every week when we don't have anything to talk about? Partly thanks to this pandemic, which seems to be ongoing and never ending. But
after our investigations, we'll probably still go live, and during our investigations, we'll probably do a couple live on our Facebook and hopefully eventually YouTube once we get enough followers. And we will be doing our how we investigate our equipment and stuff like that. There'll be videos dropping here shortly. We gotta just film them. We have to all get together to film them, which is like all of us work full-time jobs, which I'm a truck driver, by the way. He's a CNA. So, yeah, I deliver beer and he
wipes asses.
There we go. I wasn't gonna say it. My wife, she's a chemist. Jared's an electrician.
I told you she was the smartest.
Good night, buddy.
Good night, TZ.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Hell yeah to Vermont. I'll be out there sometime. We're gonna book a case there. Just so you can go with us.
Isn't that the capital of Vermont?
Well, we're gonna book a case there regardless, just so he can investigate with us. I know
something about Vermont.
Yeah.
Is it Montpelier? Is that how you say it?
He's too far gone. Anyway,
he's still on there.
There's two people, but like, I feel like that is not accurate at all at this point.
I'm pretty sure it is, though.
I don't know though. Like, who's the other person? Like, Taylor's off at this point.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the capital of Vermont.
Oh, that, yeah. I'm talking about the two people. I don't think that's accurate at all. Like, at this point.
Taylor, are you still on here?
It said one person, and TZ was on and Taylor were on talking to each other while it said one person was on. So get with it, fucking Susan Wojcicki.
No, it's what's his name?
Get with it. Why isn't this
Larry Page Sergey Brin?
Yeah, what the hell?
Larry.
Susan, Larry
Page Sergey Brin. What if you say his name enough times if he'll just pop
It's like Beetlejuice.
Exactly. He's like, what? What do you want?
About a couple mil.
No, Larry. How about you just like put us on the front page?
Yeah.
Just cool. On the front page.
Or Susan. Whichever one can do that. I don't care.
I mean, Larry's the owner of Alphabet.
Of everything. Like, Google, apparently
owns YouTube.
Who apparently owns everything. Like,
Larry, are you more powerful than Elon? Larry, are you more powerful than Jeff Bezos?
Like, of course he is. Because, yeah, of course he is. Because he's like in the background. Like, these are people we all hear about.
I feel like this is like just like something we stumbled across that most people don't ever think about. But like the owner of Google. See, it says right here. Who is the real owner of Google? Larry Page, Sergey Brin. Sundar Pichai, something Indian, was appointed CEO of Google, replacing Larry Page, who became the CEO of Alphabet. So Alphabet owns Google, which means Larry is above Sundar, which Sundar still could probably get us on the front page.
So Sundar. And Susan.
And Larry.
All those people could get us on the front page. But we are entertaining. We are entertaining. I promise. All 2 of you. Or however many are watching. We don't even know at this
I
point.
think if we say their names enough, it'll show up in their little Google.
Their ears are definitely ringing at this point.
I'm gonna just say it a few more times. Larry, Paige, Sergey Brin, and Sundar Pichai, 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 Sundar.
Susan.
What was Susan's last name?
I don't even know. Oh.
The fourth search. Is Google owned by the Chinese?
Wojcik.
I don't think. Google China is a subsidiary of Google. Once a popular search engine, most services offered by Google China were blocked by the Great Firewall. The Great Firewall in the People's Republic of China.
Which is different from the Great
The
Wall.
Great Wall.
It's like the fucking virtual version of the Great Wall.
It is the virtual Great Wall of China. Why are they so stereotypical? They just call it the Great Firewall of China.
Dude, this has gone so far away from the paranormal. I can't even tell you.
I feel like we're very critical of China.
China.
China. Because they eat bats. And then
fuck up our
decide we're gonna
investigations.
send a fucking virus to...
Have you heard that? Have you heard that Steel Panther song?
I think I did, about how the quarantine sucks and
Yeah, that's the one. At this point, we might as well just play it. No one's on here anyway, so we might as well just play it.
I don't think that's the thing. I don't think Steel Panther would be the kind who would get upset about that.
No, fuck it. Let's do it. And if Michael Starr or anyone else wants to go on a ghost hunt with us, hell.
You know what's bad? Michael Starr is the only one I know by name. I have heard Satchel.
Yeah,
but Satchel. What was it? Satchel?
Michael Starr, what's his name?
Isn't Satchel the lead guitarist?
Yeah, he's the owner of the band.
I'm not surprised by that because Michael's great, but Satchel is just such a great fucking guitarist.
Stupid fucking dude out of Wuhan ain't a fucking man. Didn't wash his hands, then gave the blame to the rest of the planet.
This is it, guys.
If you didn't have time to fry the damn thing, you get in the microwave. Fuck 2020, 2020 can suck my dick. Kobe, Bryant, Frankie, Vanelli, Kenny Rogers too. Little Richard, Sean Connery, Neil Burton, Kurt fucking Douglas. And if that shit wasn't bad enough, Eddie Van Halen too. Fuck 2020, 2020 can suck my dick. Fuck 2020, 2020 can suck my dick. Gigs have all been canceled, movie theaters too. Only not essential. Now I can't give a nation the sun. More stress coming ever, and I can't even know now. Fuck, 2020 can suck my dick. 2020 can suck my fucking dick. 2020 can make my motherfucking mind.
So on that note,
Those are creative lyrics.
I feel like we should end this.
Oh, we probably bored you people enough, and then whoever.
No one's watching this.
Yeah, no one's watching this.
No one's watching
If
this.
anybody decides to watch this all the way through,
Good luck.
I guess. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're fucking stupid, but thank you.
Check out Uncovering the Unseen.
I feel
Like
you'll
and
appreciate
subscribe.
that.
Yeah, if they've watched it this far, they'll appreciate that.
Yeah, I will.
We'll see you guys next time.